That must be a mistake. Looks like Shah Rukh Khan. When I was looking at all the achievements, all the OPs of the year, I noticed that 1969, 69ers produced 4 OPs of the year. And I thought we broke the record until I saw the 1964 batch. These are the likes of OP Munir Majid, OP Razali Abdul Rahman, OP Matno Yusuf, and one other OP I can't remember. And we were comparing our notes and say, well, the difference is that we are 5 years younger, so we still have a chance of having one more OP of the year, and then we'll beat the record. Having said that, I think the secret is out. May I now invite the larger-than-life man himself, OP Datuk Kuna Sitampalan. Please come out.
Dengan itu, majlis menjemput OP President to be on stage untuk menyampaikan award OP of the Year 2015 kepada OP Kuna Sitambalan.
I know this is unusual. Is Datin around or she's in London? Spending your money. Okay, thank you.
Majlis menjemput OP of the Year untuk memberi ucapan.
Thanks, OP Michael, for your citation. I think 69ers, we need to dump him, And the committee for the video, I never thought that in my wildest dream I'll be a Superman. But then again, we are OPs, We dare to dream. Why not? A very good evening, Yang Bahagia Datuk Sri Abdul Rahim Muhammad Radzi, KSU Ministry of Defence. Yang Bahagia OP Tan Sri Saleh Matno, President of OPA, and OPA Executive Committee members. Past and present staff of RMC, Yang Bahagia Tan Sri, Datuk, their beautiful wives, fellow OPs, present Putras, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for bestowing this great honor on me. I accept it with all humility, humble that I have been placed on a stand with such eminent past winners of the award. Firstly, I'd like to thank the President and the OPA Executive Committee for bestowing this prestigious honor. I also like to thank my proposer and my seconder for nominating me. This is an award that I will treasure all my life. If someone had told me 40 years ago that I will be standing here today, I would have thought that they were mocking me. They probably deserve a dumping. That was when I felt like the world's biggest failure, as I had just failed my SPM, having failed my BM. That day is so indented in my memory that it surfaces whenever something goes wrong. The world just collapsed around me. I had failed. Not only had I failed, but I had to repeat my SPM with the very same batch that I wrecked. Nothing prepared me for this humiliation. The solitude of being both different from them and the same with them left me with an absolutely shattered ego. This taught me one very important lesson in life. Failure. Failure is so important a concept or an idea that you will never want to return to it. Not only would I have learned that, I would not have been able to cope if not for RMC. The RMC comes its own absolutely when you are absolutely down the pits. The caring system by both your seniors and the staff who treated me as one of their own, part of their family. The ecosystem built around leadership, building each one of us within, and the bond between us as brothers is so strong that the word depression does not apply. RMC is about facing challenges, and I know I faced a lot of challenges in college. However difficult it gets, and getting it done, no excuses. As the saying goes, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Each one of us has to serve to lead. It's our responsibility to the nation. I'm also very honored to be part of a very unique batch, the 69ers. As usual, there's always a huge turnout of us, including tonight. We are growing old together now in many beautiful ways. We are in all corners of the world, yet we are on WhatsApp many times a day. Our wives say too many times a day. Meet at least once a month, golf very often, and more importantly, we have created a support system for one another. Our lives are very much intertwined. We have also created a fund of some sort to be administered by us for helping anyone among us who needs assistance. The richness of life that RMC provides carries on forever. Once a Buddha boy, always a Buddha boy. I don't think I'm alone in this room when I say I wouldn't have succeeded without the RMC and without all of you. Today, among us are a few teachers who helped guide us all those years ago. We won't be where we are without them. In particular, I would like to thank Colonel Floyd Fernandez and Mr. Chakravarti. They are both here. I also like to thank Puan Jamalia. We call her very fondly Ka Jam. Mr. Paul Sechu, the late Mr. Michael Low, and the late Major Hilary Ong. A round of applause for them, please. Thank you. I also like to thank the OPs who helped me in my working life. As I started my entrepreneurial journey in the mid-80s, OP Colonel Mike Nase, OP Colonel Chenghua, and OP Tan Pao San, who gave me the initial impetus. Then the famous Paremba group, OP Tan Sri Razali Abdul Rahman, OP Dato Hasan Abbas, OP Dato Bakano, OP Ramli Ahmad, and OP Dato Sri Michael Yam. In the Asian crisis of 97-98, OP Dato Bhaskaran was there. I also like to acknowledge my fellow OP directors within my group, OP Dr. Baruddin Ali and OP Dato Zaki Sidek. Finally, to OP Tan Sri Yanalingam. Not only has he been a role model and a mentor to me, he has also been a pillar of strength throughout my entrepreneurial journey. Thank you, Tan Sri. I also like to thank my supportive wife, who unfortunately is not here with me today, my children, and of course my brothers and my nephews have always been there for me no matter what. Thank you, RMC, for bringing me up this way. Thank you. While we rejoice and celebrate the alma mater, we have a greater duty. Our beloved nation is facing challenges. Firstly, the world is trying to adjust to the untried and untested. Our civilization has moved from the primitive to agrarian to industrial and now to the information age. At every transition, we as the civilized world went through upheavals and turmoil in trying to adjust to this new paradigm. Today, social media has become the force multiplier for free speech. Social media influences policymakers as Facebook likes or retweets become new age referendums. Audiences have become participants. Every disturbance in the weather is a storm of the decade. How are we as a nation coping with this? OPs, I let you ponder on that. Secondly, our great nation is aspiring to be a fully developed nation soon. This club, the developed nation, or the first world country, is so exclusive that in the last century, very few nations have made it. Japan entered it, but Argentina exceeded it. Recently, South Korea, Taiwan, and Singapore made it to the league, but not without pains. This is a slippery slope. The transformation required to get us into this league is wholesome, where wealth creation is in tandem with civil society enhancement. We must establish a caring society with ideally manageable wealth differentiation. Many countries attempted this transition and did not quite make it. Iran is a very good example in the 70s of this. Failure to create and climb this massive slippery slope can create massive unrest simply because the nation is attempting to change its social structure. Given the two issues, what we need to do to become a developed nation is to regain a sense of balance, propriety, and belonging. What we need as a nation moving forward is to protect our delicate multiracial ecosystem, an ecosystem that we took decades to build and one that has served us well. What our country needs, my dear and esteemed OPs, are leaders. Leaders of a fragile fabric that holds this nation together, made from the hopes, dreams, sweat, blood, and tears of our forefathers. Leaders of the spirit by which this nation was built, that form the core of our education in our prestigious alma mater. OPs, we are those leaders. You are those leaders. We are those leaders because we are trained to be. We carry in each of us the DNA of our alma mater, and in turn, the DNA of our nation. Together, we stand in all walks of life, be it as captains of industry or leaders of our society. We have to be united in this belief, and we will make this stand as a family united by the love for this country, raised by the visionaries that trained us and educated us. To all of you here, I say today, for over 40 years, I have regarded you as the closest family to me. Because of this, I have never been alone, not even in my darkest of times. And because of this, I know there is nothing we cannot do if we decide to do it together. That I am standing here before you in all humility is proof of that. In 40 years, never have I heard the bugler call as clear as this tonight. Serve to lead. Thank you.
Terima kasih kepada OP Kuna Singham, and congratulations, sir. I like his quote, once budak boy, always budak boy. Where I work, it's not once budak boy, always budak boy. Where I work, once new boy, always new boy. Datuk Anui, sir. Besok, minggu depan saya jadi new boy balik. Shira, I think...